Welcome to my Isle of Wight. Here we are in Sandown for the Isle of Wight Zoo. Not something that would be top of my list when I'm visiting a place, but I've been told that zoos have changed a lot, that they've shifted with the times, and we're here today to find out exactly what has changed, how they've developed over the years, and what they're going to be moving on to next. So come along with me on this unusual mission for the Isle of Wight Zoo. In the entrance area, waiting for Charlotte. She's the zoo director and runs the show, so she's going to be turning up shortly, and we'll get a view around what it's all about.
Hello, Simon.
Hello, Charlotte.
Hi,
How are you?
Very well, thank you, and all the better for fine weather.
Yes, brilliant.
Fantastic.
You're going to show us all the wonders.
I'm going to show you the wonders of wildlife. Yes.
Okay.
So, would you like to follow
Sure,
me?
yeah. So where are you going to take us to then?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yes,
I
yes,
expect
definitely.
you would like to know. I'm taking you to the predator territory.
Oh, blimey, sounds scary.
Yeah, but not that scary, because
Yeah.
you're going to be meeting, first of all, you're going to be meeting Diamond and Aisha.
Okay.
These are two tigers that I've looked after since they were 3 months old.
Wow.
They're now 13 years old, so they're
Crikey.
full-blown tigers.
Okay.
It shouldn't be this
Okay.
easy when you work with animals.
Is that
but
that's the sound
this
there,
is
is
it?
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Diamond and Aisha are very much into people because they
Okay.
were hand raised.
Right.
So they're not what we call tame. They have a high degree of human tolerance, and there is a big difference. Underneath the skin, they
Yeah.
are as wild as the next wild tiger. So
Right.
they're not tame.
Okay.
But obviously they don't really perceive us as a threat.
Yeah.
And therefore they don't have a natural inclination to be aggressive. So you can chuff to them now. That's it.
Right.
There we go.
And is that sort of is oh, you're all right?
Affectionate noise.
Okay.
Yeah, and you notice that they were sort of pressing their faces against the mesh, just
Yeah.
like a domestic cat when
I
it comes
noticed
up and
that.
leans on your leg.
Yeah.
They've got scent glands there, which they're essentially putting their scent out. When you see them feeding, that's when you see the really raw predator instinct coming out.
Yeah.
Even with us, and of course they trust us
Yeah.
entirely. They'd be very purry and very nice before going to bed, but as soon as they've got their dinner, then they are savage beasts and they charge at us if we go anywhere near their food.
Wow.
So it's Jekyll and Hyde.
Protective of their.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Would you like to feed one?
After you've just said that. Yes.
But you're not going to be feeding
Yes.
them with meat.
Okay.
If you feed them with meat, they tend to get quite aggressive.
Okay.
So we're going to give you an alternative.
Right.
And we're going to give you some milk. So it'll be a far more sedentary experience.
Okay.
But actually more
Gentle
intimate
introduction.
for you.
Right.
Yeah. Ben's going to be helping you. Ben's one of our experienced animal care team who joined us
Okay.
last year, and he's got all the information about how to best milk feed a tiger. So I'm going to
Okay.
let him get on with it.
Thanks for that.
Okay.
Hi, Ben.
Hi there, nice
Simon.
to meet you. Simon, nice to meet you, Ben.
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, this is our milk spray bottle, and it
Yeah.
is basically just half ghost milk, half water. We do encourage them to stand up just to get a good check on their claws and their paws as well, to make sure that they're in good health. Diamond is the dominant one, so Aisha generally takes the drips that fall down from his chin.
That's fantastic sound.
It's what I would call a perk of the job for me, having to
Right.
supervise these. I love it.
And Aisha's quite relaxed about getting the.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't think from sort of wild animals they'd be this patient with each other to share, but these guys really seem to have some form of manners at least.
Yeah.
But tigers love water as well, so this enclosure is really great because we're actually going to feed them later on. Yeah, we'll be attaching their food to a floating platform, and they will be able to go out swimming for it and pull it to the shore.
Is that a thing you do every day, or are you doing it special
Yeah, I
times?
mean, every day the job is to think of something different, some different enrichment.
That's good to give the variety to the animals.
Yeah, it's good. It's a fun part of the job to try and think of something new. So we can take full advantage of this enclosure and the fact that tigers like water, and certainly float a platform out there with their food on it, and then everyone gets to see how much a tiger doesn't mind getting into the water.
Well, it looks like they've had their fill.
Yeah, it looks like they're all full up. Back to sunbathing.
Thanks a lot for that.
Cheers,
Appreciate
no problem,
that.
no problem.
I'll go and give this back to Charlotte.
Sure.
All right,
Yeah.
brilliant.
All right, cheers then. Bye.
Well, that's quite an experience, and I understand that you can actually pay extra and have a go of feeding the tigers. Something that, well, yeah, being that close to the animals is pretty incredible. But we found Charlotte again here, and these amazing tigers.
Yes, this is Zia up on the top of the rock here in the dominant position.
Flopped
on
out.
the top, that's it.
Yeah.
Really enjoying the rays.
So what is next? I know you've got lots more here. What are you going to show us next?
You're going to be playing with some primates next.
Okay.
So you're going to be offering some food to our lemur gang and meeting Amy. She's going to be taking care of you in there.
Okay.
But I think we're also going to meet Winston the pig. You can't leave without meeting Winston. It's
Okay.
fantastic. So we're going to go and see him next.
Brilliant. What's the history behind how you came to be at the zoo? 'Cause this originally was a fort, wasn't it? 1860 it was completed.
That's right, you've been doing your research.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's right. It was a Napoleonic fort. So the fort actually spanned and enveloped all around what is today the zoo complex. The zoo's actually been here in position since the mid-50s. There's been a zoo here for a long, long time. It's the oldest zoo on the island. Always been under private ownership. My family took it over in the late 70s when it was due for closure. It had got into a very bad state of almost disrepair. It was a very unhappy zoo, and it was being quoted as one of the slum zoos of Britain. So my father at the time was a constructional engineer, not living on the island. Thought, what a great idea with a young family. To I think with very little discussion with my mum, to purchase
one of those things
zoo.
that, hey, guess what I've bought?
Exactly.
Right.
Winston! Come on!
Oh, that's good.
Here comes Winston. Here he is.
So this is a section that's always been here?
No, this is our zoo little farm area, and we opened this about 3 years ago now.
Okay.
So the premise of it is really to give children the ability to have a good fondle of the animals.
Yeah,
which they
right.
love. You know, they like really touching them and feeling them. And
There doesn't need to be a fence between, I mean there is this, but
no.
big enough to stick your face through if you're a little kid.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not close and personal, but it's totally safe, and we have hand washing and all the facilities so that the kids can come and safely interact with the animals. The complexities of their environments, is really important that we give them environments that they can use in lots of different ways, because obviously with the big cats, the area that we present to them is the area where they live. We do a lot of work in researching how best to set up their enclosures and make them dynamic so that we can change them. So it's not just one environment and that's it for years.
That's interesting,
years.
so that changes over time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, lots and lots of forethought and planning, and then every day the animal care team, they have to come up with different proposals for how they enrich their day-to-day lives. We have a tug of war. In fact, we've got a Navy team with us today doing a corporate team building event, and they're going to be doing a tug of war with the lion.
I'm extremely excited about these primates. It's going to be great fun. I'm just looking forward to the way they're going to be playing and jousting around, and it's going to be great. They're just completely brilliant.
They're fantastic little critters, aren't they?
I can't get over how amused I am about this. Is that the...
I'll tell you what, if I spread a few...
Are you cheeky? Hold on.
Have they caught you?
Wait a minute.
Oh God. To sing you our lovely little male behind you here.
Here we go, I won't forget you.
Very greedy.
You missed this one in your greed. Where did that go? So this...
This is
So
our
now
male thingy. He's the
they know that the bowl's empty. There's no point, or is it a scent?
They'll try for a little bit because they think you might be hiding some, a little bit extra hanging around, especially the guy, because like I say, he's the lowest ranking lemur because he is a male.
Oh, really?
The ladies rule the roost when it comes to...
the future is female, is
Yeah,
it?
indeed.
Right.
Especially with all the species of the lemurs. So he will try a little bit kind of afterwards.
Yeah.
They realise there's no more food left.
Right. Exit stage left.
Yes, exactly. However, our red ruff, who
Okay.
we'll be going with now, is very, very different amongst
Right.
all the workers here and a lot of the public. No, you're not going outside. You're not going out there. Come here.
Likes a boom. Wow. So here we are, more.
More little lemurs.
This is good.
Hello, sweetheart. Have we got friends?
Look at that, speaks to camera. Come here. Come here.
Don't play. Come on.
I think we've got a future presenter there.
You're really
Very exciting.
Come here. Come here. Oh!
Oh!
Oh! What happened there? What happened there? No, this is what my cats are like. Wow. The face is just tremendous.
You can't have the camera. You cannot have the camera.
So we're just staging posts.
Oh no, it's just a...
Oh, licky, licky. Well, that was an attempt to trying to get a red ruff lemur and to video it. I don't know if anything's going to come out there because he was so friendly. It was quite overpowering in a beautiful, gorgeous way. Well, look, thanks very much for that. I know there's a feeding going to go on to. We've got to go on to now. But
There is, yep. It's going to be very interesting with our white lion versus the navy.
yeah.
So that should be quite a good little tug of war match we've got planned.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot for that.
That's okay, no
Cheers.
problem.
You've done a great job of bringing the zoo up to date, or you know, making changes. And I like that idea you're saying about shifting stuff around regularly for them.
Yep.
Where do you think next 20, 30 years, what's going to happen in the zoos?
The zoo's role is really going to be driven by what happens in the natural world. So zoos are not on their own mission. Their mission is very much driven and changed according to what's going to be happening out there in the natural environments where these animals live. So
protective?
Absolutely protective in terms of making sure we have a sustainable collection of animals in human care environments that are well cared for, but also making sure that we keep people in touch with nature, keep people in touch with wildlife, engage people, motivate people, just like your experiences that you've had here today really. So zoos have got an ever increasingly important part to play.
We've just come into the big cat area. I'm whispering slightly because the demonstration's going on, the presentation's going on here. It's the 4:30 feeding. It should be an interesting thing. It's going to be the feeding, but as we were hearing before, the feeding changes every day. They try and do something different to give some variety to the animals so they're not stuck in the same old rut or routine. So today's, it's possibly going to be a bit of a tussle. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, big.
Just give it a little falter.
Come on, give up. We're confident. Come on.
That is one clever lion.
Let him have a bit.
Okay, round two has definitely gone to Casper.
Yeah, definitely. Tell them to slack them.
He's quick.
Well, here we are at the end of the day. It's the last feeding, and one of the workers here is taking a chicken into the pond here. Luckily, the animals aren't in there, but it's been a really varied day today. It's been tigers, lions, and the monkeys. And as you may guess, the monkeys was my favourite bit. I think because I was pretty much terrified of the tigers, even though they seem cat-like, they were. Well, I think it's probably something that's wired in your brain that says you really should be frightened of these. But it's been interesting to hear about the changes of the zoo, just generally the whole zoos that are changing, and where they're going to be involved more with the preservation of animals rather than the old days, which was seen, I think, as the restriction of them. So yeah, fascinating day, and it happens here every day. Lots of interesting things to see, things to be involved with, and if you want to go that extra mile, you can do the feeding with the tigers with the milk. So come down, see what you think, while we watch the last feeding of the day. Chickens on a raft in a river.